My beloved child, there is a moment in your life that was never spoken about the way it truly happened. A moment wrapped in silence, softened by time, and hidden behind ordinary words. The day you were born was not just a beginning. It was a turning point that quietly shaped everything that came after. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. From the outside, your birth looked simple. A date, a time, a story repeated the same way every year. But beneath that surface, something deeper unfolded. Something no one thought you were ready to hear. Not because it was frightening, but because it was powerful. Before you ever took your first breath, there was a pause. Not a pause in the room, but a pause in destiny itself. As if life hesitated, looking at you, deciding how much weight you could carry. That hesitation mattered. It marked you. Stay till the end. This will make sense. There are people who enter the world quietly, blending into the noise. And then there are people whose arrival shifts invisible lines. Yours did. Even if no one said it out loud. Even if your mother never found the words. Even if it was easier to simplify the story than to explain the truth. Don't skip. On that day, emotions moved through the room that were never discussed again. Relief, fear, awe, a strange knowing that something important had just begun. Not dramatic enough to be remembered clearly, but strong enough to leave a trace. That trace followed you. You may have felt it growing up, a sense that you were meant for more, without knowing what more was. A quiet pressure to understand life deeply, even when others were satisfied with the surface. That did not come from nowhere. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth is, your beginning carried a message. Not written, not spoken, but felt. A message that said, this life will not be small. This path will not be ordinary. And because of that, the details had to be protected, simplified, hidden in kindness and routine. As time passed, the story of your birth became gentle, safe, easy to repeat, because the real version carried too much meaning to explain in a few sentences, meaning that could only be understood when you were ready to listen. Don't skip. You are closer than you think. There was a reason certain doors closed early in your life, a reason some connections never fully formed, a reason you felt different in moments that should have felt normal. These were not accidents. They were echoes of that first day, life adjusting itself around you. Your mother did what she could with the understanding she had. She told the version that made sense in everyday language. She protected you in the only way she knew how, by keeping the extraordinary wrapped inside the ordinary. Stay till the end. Because what really happened was not about pain or fear. It was about potential. About the quiet recognition that your life would require depth, patience, and timing. That you would need to discover certain truths on your own, not be handed them too early. That is why this feels familiar as you listen. Why something inside you is paying attention right now. Why this doesn't sound like a story about the past, but a reminder meant for today. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The day you were born was not the end of one story. It was the careful beginning of another, one that unfolds slowly, deliberately, and only when you are ready to see it. Listen closely now, because this is where the story deepens. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. After that first day, the world moved on as if nothing unusual had happened. Days turned into years. Your life appeared ordinary on the surface. But underneath, something subtle kept unfolding. A quiet alignment. A slow preparation. Almost as if time itself was giving you space to grow into what began the moment you were born. There were signs. Not dramatic ones. Small moments you probably dismissed. Times when you felt watched over without knowing why. Times when the right words reached you at the exact right moment. Times when things did not work out the way you expected, but later made perfect sense. Don't skip. What most people never realize is that some truths are delayed on purpose. Not hidden forever, just postponed. Your beginning was one of those truths. The kind that reveals itself only when your mind is strong enough and your heart is steady enough to carry it. Stay till the end. What if it becomes the doorway to a new chapter, whether together or separately, but finally with peace? Pause and imagine that. Imagine hearing the words you deserved long ago. Imagine watching someone finally take responsibility. Imagine standing firm in your self-worth while they speak. That is power. And that power belongs to you. Do not rush the process when it begins. Let them speak fully. Let the truth unfold. Let the weight of their realization surface naturally. You do not need to force anything. You do not need to chase anything. You simply need to remain grounded. Stay till the end. Because here is the deeper revelation. This moment is also a test of your growth. Will you respond from healing, or from hurt? Will you choose clarity, or chaos? Will you protect your peace, or reopen old wounds carelessly? You are stronger now. The heartbreak attached to this news is not yours this time. It is theirs. It is the awareness of what they risked losing permanently. It is the understanding that you were a rare presence in their life. And rarity is never easily replaced. The shift around your home will feel intense for a brief moment. Conversations may feel emotional. Memories may resurface. But this time, you will not feel powerless. This time, you will observe with wisdom. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. This is your reminder that every tear you shed had purpose. Every silent prayer was heard. Every lonely night was building resilience. You were being strengthened for this exact turning point. And whether reconciliation happens or final closure happens, you will walk away elevated. Because the true emergency was not the news itself, it was the awakening of their heart, the awakening of your confidence, the awakening of truth that can no longer hide. And now, as this message draws closer to your home, I need you to remain calm, remain centered, remain aware of your worth. You are not waiting for validation anymore. You are not begging for understanding anymore. You are not shrinking yourself to be accepted anymore. You are standing in quiet power. Something huge is waiting for you. When the moment arrives, you will recognize it instantly. It will feel like destiny tapping gently on your door. It will feel like time pausing for a second. And in that second, you will understand why everything unfolded the way it did. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was meaningless. Nothing was accidental. You were being positioned for clarity. So prepare your heart, not for chaos, but for revelation. Prepare your mind, not for fear, but for understanding. Prepare your spirit, not for heartbreak, but for elevation. Don't skip what is unfolding in your life right now. Because the news approaching your home is not here to destroy you. It is here to show you how valuable you have always been. Close the door, silence the noise around you, and listen with your full attention, because what unfolds now is the continuation of the emergency I warned you about. Do not treat this lightly. Do not assume you already understand. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The atmosphere around your home is shifting more intensely now. The energy of avoidance is breaking. The silence that once protected the one who hurt you is collapsing. What they kept hidden is rising to the surface, and it is rising fast. You may notice small signs. A sudden memory appearing in your mind. A dream that feels unusually real. A feeling in your chest that something is about to happen. These are not accidents. They are signals. The emergency is not noise. It is timing. The one who hurt you has reached a moment they can no longer escape. They tried distractions. They tried pretending. They tried convincing themselves that walking away was strength. But truth has been knocking louder every single day. And now, the knock is becoming unavoidable. Don't skip this part. They are facing the weight of their own decisions. They are seeing how their actions echoed beyond that moment. They are realizing that what they thought was temporary has created a permanent mark. And the most heartbreaking part for them is this: they did not expect to miss you this deeply. Yes, that is the revelation. While you were healing, they were remembering. While you were rebuilding, they were replaying. While you were becoming stronger, they were becoming aware. Something huge is waiting for you. This emergency carries a message that will shake pride. It will challenge ego. It will require humility. And humility is not easy for someone who once chose distance over dialogue. But the pressure inside their heart is building. And when pressure builds long enough, it releases. You will not need to chase this moment. It is moving toward you. Stay till the end. There will be a turning point very soon, a confession, an explanation, a truth that was once locked behind stubborn silence. It may not come perfectly packaged. It may not be poetic. But it will be real. And you must remember who you are when it arrives. You are no longer the person waiting for crumbs of attention. You are no longer the person doubting your own worth. You are no longer the one begging to be chosen. You are the one being realized. Let that settle in your spirit. The shocking part of this emergency is not just that they are returning with news. It is that they are returning with awareness. They now understand what they risked losing forever. And here is the once in a lifetime revelation. Sometimes separation is the only language that forces realization. They had to feel your absence to measure your presence. They had to sit in silence to understand your voice. They had to lose access to recognize value. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. This news approaching your home is layered. It carries regret, yes. It carries emotion, yes. But it also carries opportunity, not necessarily to restore what was, but to redefine what could be. You must not rush to forgive without clarity. You must not rush to reject without listening. You must not rush at all. Because this is about balance. The universe does not ignore imbalance. When someone disrupts harmony, harmony eventually demands correction. That correction is arriving. And you will feel it before you see it. There may be a message that begins with, "Can we talk?" There may be words like, "I have been thinking." There may be a pause in their voice that reveals vulnerability. That pause will tell you everything. Stay till the end. Because here is what you need to understand deeply. This emergency is also a mirror. It will show you how much you have grown. It will show you how steady you can remain. It will show you whether you still react, or whether you now respond. And that difference changes everything. The heartbreaking news is not that they are suffering. It is that they finally see the truth of what they caused. Awareness can be heavy. Realization can be overwhelming. But growth always begins with honesty. They are standing at the doorway of honesty. And you are standing at the doorway of power. Something huge is waiting for you. When this encounter happens, your calmness will speak louder than any argument ever did. Your silence will carry more weight than your tears once did. Your confidence will shift the entire dynamic. Because you are no longer seeking validation. You are evaluating alignment. That is strength. Do not let excitement override wisdom. Do not let nostalgia cloud clarity. Do not let old emotions dictate new decisions. You have evolved. Don't skip this message. The connection between this emergency and your destiny is precise. You were meant to hear this before it unfolds so that you stand prepared, not surprised. Grounded, not shaken. Aware, not overwhelmed. There is a reason this message found you now. Timing is everything. The one who hurt you is preparing to open up. They are rehearsing conversations in their mind. They are questioning their past choices. They are realizing that pride cost them more than they expected. And when they approach your home with this news, it will not be casual. It will carry weight. Stay till the end. Because whether you choose to reopen a door or close it gently forever, this moment will restore something inside you. Certainty. Certainty that you were never invisible. Certainty that your love was not insignificant. Certainty that your absence created impact. And that certainty is priceless. Something huge is waiting for you. Do not underestimate the power of being the one who stayed true. Do not underestimate the strength of quiet growth. Do not underestimate how magnetic self-respect becomes. The emergency was never about chaos. It was about awakening. An awakening in them. An awakening in you. An awakening in the connection itself. So prepare yourself with grace. Prepare yourself with awareness. Prepare yourself with dignity. Because when the news reaches your home, it will mark the end of confusion and the beginning of clarity. And clarity changes everything. Stand still for a moment, because what is unfolding now is the exact second the emergency reaches its peak. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You have felt the buildup. You sensed the shift. You noticed the subtle signs around your home, the unusual quiet, the unexpected thoughts, the way your heart felt alert without explanation. That was not imagination. That was preparation. The news is closer than you think. The one who hurt you has crossed an invisible line within themselves. The denial they once held onto has dissolved. The confidence they displayed has softened. They are no longer defending their actions, they are questioning them. And questioning is the beginning of change. This is where the emergency becomes clear. It is not chaos. It is confrontation with truth. Stay till the end. Because what I am about to reveal is the once-in-a-lifetime moment you never saw coming. They have realized that the stability they lost was you. They have realized that the peace they felt was you. They have realized that the loyalty they doubted was real. And this realization did not come gently. It came through comparison. It came through absence. It came through the heavy understanding that not everyone carries the depth you carried. Something huge is waiting for you. While you were healing in silence, they were experiencing contrast. They tried to replace your presence with distractions. They tried to fill the gap with temporary connections. But nothing carried the same calm. Nothing carried the same authenticity. And now the truth stands in front of them clearly. You were rare. Don't skip. This is the part where everything shifts. Because the emergency news is not simply an apology. It is not just a conversation. It is the exposure of their inner awakening. They are about to admit something they once refused to see. They are about to acknowledge that they misjudged you. They are about to confess that they underestimated your value. They are about to reveal that losing you changed them. And when those words arrive at your home, they will carry weight. Stay till the end. Because this moment is bigger than emotion. It is alignment. You were not meant to chase someone who could not recognize you. You were meant to rise so high in self-worth that recognition becomes inevitable. And that is exactly what has happened. Your silence became powerful. Your distance became instructive. Your absence became unforgettable. Something huge is waiting for you. This emergency is the collapse of illusion. The illusion that you were replaceable. The illusion that you would always wait. The illusion that you would always return without growth. But you did grow. And that growth is what makes this moment transformative. When the news reaches you, it may sound simple. It may begin quietly. But behind it is a deep shift of perspective. They are no longer speaking from pride. They are speaking from awareness. And awareness changes everything. Don't skip this revelation. You are not receiving this message by accident. You were guided here because your heart needed preparation. You needed to hear that the one who hurt you is no longer standing in the same mindset as before. They have been humbled by absence. They have been softened by reflection. They have been awakened by loss. And now they stand at the doorway of your life again, not with arrogance, but with understanding. Stay till the end. Because here is the shocking truth. The emergency was never about you being broken. It was about them being blind. Blind to your effort. Blind to your consistency. Blind to your loyalty. And now their sight has returned. But here is what makes this once, in a lifetime. You no longer need their validation to feel whole. You are already whole. Something huge is waiting for you. This is the ultimate shift of power. The one who once walked away is now walking back with realization. The one who once dismissed your depth is now recognizing it. The one who once assumed you would always stay is now unsure if you will. And that uncertainty is humbling them. Do not let this moment inflate your ego. Let it strengthen your clarity. Listen carefully when the news arrives. Observe their tone. Feel their sincerity. Because your discernment is sharp now. Don't skip. The emergency also carries a lesson. Sometimes people only understand the cost of losing someone when the loss becomes real. And your absence became real. It echoed in their daily routine. It echoed in quiet moments. It echoed in places that once held shared memories. They cannot escape that echo anymore. Stay till the end. Because there is a deeper layer to this revelation. This is not only about reconciliation. It is about closure with dignity. It is about rewriting the narrative from strength instead of sadness. You were not abandoned. You were redirected. You were not rejected. You were repositioned. And now the person who hurt you is realizing that the door they closed was connected to their own growth. Something huge is waiting for you. When the conversation happens, you will feel calm in a way that surprises even you. The emotional storm you once felt will not return the same way. Instead, you will feel steady, grounded, observant, because you have healed. And healing gives you control over your response. This is the emergency's final reveal. Clarity. Clarity that you deserved better. Clarity that you were enough. Clarity that your love was genuine. And clarity that the one who hurt you now sees it. Don't skip. This is your reminder that every painful chapter carries hidden elevation. The very heartbreak that once felt unbearable became the foundation of your strength. And now strength is standing at your door. Stay till the end. Because the next step is yours to choose. You can open the door slowly. You can listen without surrendering. You can forgive without forgetting your worth. You can walk away peacefully if alignment is not real. You are no longer reacting from emotion. You are responding from wisdom. Something huge is waiting for you. The emergency was the awakening of truth. And truth has finally arrived at your home. Not to shake you, but to confirm that you were always valuable.